The Nintendo Switch Online service came out on September 18th of 2018. It launched with a few good games like Super Mario Bros. Excite Bike and The Legend of Zelda, but that was pretty much it for core NES games. To me, the rest of the games just feel like filler. I mean, who is really going to play baseball? No one. That was a trick question. So, when the service launched, there was only one system's games on it, and the games themselves were very hit or miss. Most of the time they were miss, and when this service launched, it was $20. That's a very steep price for 30 NES games and online multiplayer. But 1 year later, we finally got Super NES games on the service. They launched on September 5th of 2019. That was a pretty long wait for SNES games. But this time around, I feel like the service was a little more worth your while. This time around, you had Super Metroid, Star Fox, Mario Kart. This was a much better deal, and this was worth it even without the fact that you could connect online. Because in my opinion, online play should not be paid for. You shouldn't have to pay $20 just so you can play online with some friends. But after this release, you would have 2 years of nothing coming to the NSO service until that fateful day on October 25th of 2021. After tons of rumors that the Game Boy might come to the service or the GameCube might come to the service, we got the N64 and the Sega Genesis on NSO. This was fantastic, except for that price tag. $30 extra for N64 games and Sega Genesis games. $10 extra would have been fine. But this shit, nah. Fuck that. I don't think I've been this mad about an announcement ever. And I think this was a first for everyone else as well. This was the most disliked video on Nintendo's channel until they took away the dislike button. The point is, that was a dick move, and that was one of the nails in the coffin for Nintendo. And ever since that thing launched, they've had an opportunity to redeem themselves. They had the opportunity to make this the best service on the face of the planet, i.e. add a shit ton of games. But ever since that thing launched, we have gotten no new games across any of the platforms. No new NES games, no new SNES games, no N64 games, or Sega Genesis games. You would think if you made a move like this, that you'd want to capitalize on it. But Nintendo hasn't yet. Why not? The launch of your new systems is the golden hour for you to add some new content. But they haven't yet, and it's been almost 2 months. This is making me nervous that they're just going to let this rot, and they're just not going to add anything. That makes it feel like they did it out of necessity, and not because they wanted to. And at this point, I feel like Nintendo really needs to redeem themselves. They did a major update like this, and all they have to show for it is like 15 games. And this is supposed to be $30 more than the original asking price. I just want them to make this service worth the while, because they haven't done anything with it. They put out the bare minimum. They included games that have been ported to death. What I was hoping for this service was that they would revive old series that have been dead for years, or bring back really obscure games. We can still have all the classics, but mainly I just wanted this to expose me to a ton of other games that I've never heard of or always wanted to play. Not the same games that we've played over and over and over again on their new systems. So what do I think the future holds for this service? Honestly, I think this will get one major update for the N64 and Sega Genesis, and that'll be it. And this will round out to about 10 games each. Forget about the NES and SNES games. Nothing else is being added. It's a very grim reality that I'm envisioning, but I think it's the more realistic one. Nintendo will learn that sooner or later, their legacy content is just gonna fade out of existence. And it will be no one's fault but Nintendo's.